I'm live, aren't I? What up, bitches? We're in the house. I'm back. I know Johnny was great. Shout out to Johnny for being here. Thank you, homie. I appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, I'm back. Your favorite host, your favorite Puerto Rican, Cam Jesus Calderon, up in this biatch. Welcome. We're back here. Fauci got fired, so that's really unfortunate. But we got a new guy, so that's cool. In other news, it's hot as shit outside, so there's that. Anyways, we got a whole new lineup this week, starting off with the homie Willis, followed by Boss Urahara, and then last we have Yef Omega. So yeah, we're gonna kick it off. It's gonna be a wild night, and yeah, get ready for this ride, cause you know it's gonna be a good time. Hope you can feel the vibrations in my voice, wiggle through your heart, and out your asshole. So yeah. Anyways, without further ado, we got Willis. right, we're here. We up in this hoe. What's good, Willis?
How are you, man? Thanks for having me. This is a beautiful space. This is just too much fun, man.
Good. I'm glad you like it. Do you mind if I call you Willis?
You can call me Willis. That is my Christian name, even though I am pretty much the devil. No, Willis is a nickname from my youth. I was told when I started DJing in '96, I was told that you can't make up your own name. There's bad luck. Right. So you had to be your own name, or I had to be some sort of nickname, and that's Willis was my nickname growing up. So here we are, Willis.
Now, is it pronounced Willis or Willis?
There's no. It's just Willis, and you can imagine there's been promoters, commercials. There's been WyllysP. It's just Willis. I could have done two eyes, but I like to make it, difficult.
All right. So Willis, good. So yeah, man, how was it performing in front of a live, not live, but live crowd? What was that like?
Well, it's interesting. I've been streaming now for weeks, for various charities from my living room, and this is the first place that I've actually gone to a multimedia place to stream, and it's an honor and a privilege. You guys have incredible gear. The vibe here is great, and I'm trying to use all of my free time to raise as much money as possible for bartenders, roadies, people who can't collect unemployment, who aren't able to get benefits. So some of those charities include the Payback, which it splits it up between roadies and technicians, and as well as wait staff and bar. So that's the Payback. If any of you guys feel generous tonight.
Word. Well, hey, thank you. We'll make sure to try to see if we can plug that. That's some good stuff. Appreciate you doing the Lord's not Lord's work.
Lord not Lord's.
Word. Yeah. So yeah, what would you call the genre of music that you play?
I don't. Everything. I started collecting ambient music and drum and bass in 1996, and since then, I'll play literally anything but trance. I'll play, So there's no genre. It's just where you are, what time of night you're playing. Read the room. Somebody's like, oh, we want you to come do a tech house set. I'll do a tech house set.
Right.
I love my favorite is probably liquid drum and bass, and deep house are probably my favorites. Outside of, but I always said if I could get paid to play ambient music in forests for the rest of my life, I would do it.
Word.
Like there's no way to make money doing that, but that's like my dream.
You never know. There might be Greenpeace might, pop out the dollar bills, be like, yo, eat some mushrooms. Let's fuck it up out here, son.
Oh, and mushrooms would be the least of our problems at that point. We would be puddled at that point if we're out in the forest trying to save the whales.
So I would like to say, if I were to give you a genre that you just played, I would call it I fuck with it. That'd be the genre.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that was a smattering of. There's some Andrew Weatherall tributes in there. Rest in peace, Andrew Weatherall.
R.I.P. Pimpin'. Pour out one for the homie.
Yeah, pour one out for Andrew Weatherall. There's a few Lone Swordsman tracks in there. Aw-Tecker, some U.S. 1981. Just a bunch of really weird. Breaky, Bionic Breaker was in there. We even had some Justin Martin. There's a Justin Martin track in there.
Are you sure it wasn't Ricky Martin?
We would have, if there was a La Vida Loca be happening, it'd got a lot more live in here.
All right,
I'd have flipped that table.
True, right? I'd take off this green suit and show people what's underneath.
If I'm dropping Ricky Martin, I'm flipping that table. It's on.
Hell yeah. So. You were listing some of the music that you'd like to play and stuff like that, and I'm curious, what would be your favorite trance song?
I'm gonna say, dude. First and foremost, if somebody says that and you don't say Sandstorm, then you're a fucking narc. Sandstorm, Deruda. It's the worst, best dance song ever written. It's like Sandstorm. You can't. I remember that summer that came out. You're just like, it was everywhere. Having said that, not breaking balls. When I first started raving, we would have Paul Oakenfold's Transport in the car. So pretty much any track off that mix is But I've left trance far behind me. It's not that there's. Listen, I'll go see if there's a great progressive house too. Like if Sasha and Digweed are playing somewhere, I want to go pay my respects. Dave Ralph, Dave Seaman, all those guys, the Ministry of Sound guys.
Right.
I'm not gonna fuck with it.
Well, to translate to our viewers, what Willis is trying to say over here is, fuck you, fuck trance, and fuck that sandstorm you rode in on. No, I'm playing.
Fuck the sandstorm you rode in on.
But I would say I don't really listen to trance. Only one I do remember is Holly Khan, On and On, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yo, that song still fucking rocks right now.
It does.
I
It
love
really
that shit.
does. You're not
Right.
lying.
So I feel like you're a very wise man. You've experienced life and whatnot.
So you're saying I look old as balls? I'm old.
Well, not as balls, but as one ball. Because not everybody has two.
Yeah.
But no, my question was going to be, we'll take a random city on the East Coast, for example, Philadelphia. And in the city of Philadelphia, there are about 5 million people, right? In Australia, there's 50 million kangaroos. If the kangaroos laid siege to the city, do you think Philly could weather the storm?
Listen, I don't care if they weaponized a fucking rhinoceros team, full guns and armor. Nobody is fucking with Philly. Nobody's fucking with Philly. I've lived in Chicago. I've lived in Brooklyn. I have lived way up in Burlington, Vermont. I've toured the country numerous times over. I've toured overseas. I fuck with Philly so hard. I've been coming here since, very regularly since 2000. And I moved here 7 years ago. And there's no way. Kangaroos, rhinos, weaponized gorillas. Nobody's fucking with Philly.
Actually, there is one group of people who do fuck with Philly. Canadians. Because Canada marched its happy ass down here and burned down the White House when it was in Philadelphia. Didn't know that shit. But now you know.
I actually had no idea. Should we exact some kind of revenge? Has there been payback for that? Because I feel like that's a long time coming.
That's a really... I think the payback... No, we haven't gotten payback.
We're rolling to Canada tonight.
I don't think we have payback. And I would like to say we did, but even Trudeau started making moves on Trump and his daughter and his wife and shit like that. That was wild. So they still winning. They still getting it.
I take a pass at Ivanka. I just, if anything, just to bound and gag her and get her out, and then we'll figure out what happens after that. But, Ivanka can get it.
And we're back. So I see that you rock.
I think the Secret Service just knocked at the door.
I don't know, but I did not support that message, nor did I disagree with it. We got an OnlyFans coming soon. Anyways, so I saw you have Tesseract Media.
Yes.
Can you expound on that, sir?
Well, I was working for this lovely gentleman, Zach Cohen. He had a marketing company called Blank Space Media, and we were disbanding. Some of our company was going this way. Some of them went out to be Osiris Media, podcast group, and we were all splitting ways. And I'm having trouble figuring out my identity. And he's like, well, why don't you watch? And I was already a huge comic book guy. I collected Thor and everything my whole life. And he said, why don't you check out Interstellar? And the idea of there being like another dimension, like the dimension that's that an actual dimension of emotion, the fifth emotion of being love, like of the side of the Tesseract, that space between that the thing between time and space that we can travel through is actually love. Now it sounds hokey. It and a lot of people did think it was hokey, but to me,
That's not hokey. Have you ever orgasmed?
Yeah,
God damn, that is
yeah,
a trip through
yeah,
time, space, and anything
yeah,
else.
No, for sure, for sure. I've had a toe curler or two where I've definitely.
You know what I mean?
traveled
Where
through.
like you just want to sneeze afterwards just to clear it out.
You know, and outside of my love of comic books, it was Interstellar that sold me on the Tesseract Media Group about that. You know, that other dimension. You know, is because art, and you know, all of this stuff is love. I mean, some of us are lucky enough to get paid for it, but we're gonna keep doing it because we love it, no matter what. So,
Word.
yeah.
So then, if there was another dimension, what do you think you would be like in that other dimension?
Well, I would like to think it'd be something like maybe like you know, where Rick is Morty kind of thing. You know what I mean? Where there was the older, drunker me, which is have to be that's almost impossible. Maybe it was the younger me that I was trying to corrupt. The Rick and Morty duality, where you know Rick is Morty and Morty is Rick. I feel like it would be a young, very intelligent, level-headed. Sober me that I would then take on many adventures to try my best to corrupt him, and try as I might, I never could, because that's what happens when you pass into that next dimension. You all of your vices and all of those, the evilness that Rick is trying to project onto Morty, you can't, because he is Morty.
So, say that you met that other version of you and you murdered that other version.
Woo!
Is that technically murder or just king of the hill at that point?
Well, you know what, man? I don't know. You know, it could be ego death. I mean, that sounds like we're getting pretty deep into. This could easily be a ketamine conversation. This is very interesting.
Surprise, surprise! I popped one before we started.
Oh, God bless you. Yeah, that's.
Hush your face! I'm in a K-hole.
Hush your face. Yeah, we're gonna have to give Kim a primer on how we do ketamine after this. But I don't think it would be murder necessarily. Maybe ego death. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, if it truly is just another version of me and I did murder him, I would be like, you know, wow, this is an interesting question, because it's just like, even I'd show there's so much fucking ego. You asked me the question of what would it be in a different universe, and it would be me, and then I kill myself, and then I still don't give a shit. I'm an asshole.
Right?
Talk to be like, they say the same thing.
Better yet, okay. If you killed that other you, would their debt become your debt?
If I killed the other me, would their debt become my debt? No, I imagine I would. If I found a way to another dimension, I could probably sneak around some debt collectors.
Alright.
Are you guys the IRS? Is this actually an IRS?
Surprise, surprise, bitch, get him!
Yeah,
No.
I was like, dude, what the fuck? I think Cam just got me in some IRS trap here.
Well, we're in a trap house.
Really?
Anyway, so
Oh!
before we go, what would you like to leave the audience with? Like some kind of advice, something, whether it be ego death or
just
something.
take care of each other out there. I can't express my gratitude to the Limited Exposure Club and everyone here, and please be safe, stay home, take care of each other, wash your hands, don't touch your goddamn face, give to whatever charities you can to the people that you know can't collect unemployment. If you can't give money, give your time. The only way we're gonna get through this is with each other. I'm very happy to do my giving through music. So please just take care of each other, give to each other. And I can't thank the Limited Exposure Club enough. Cam, Matt, everyone here is wonderful. And I hear that Hef Omega might be in the house.
Yeah, Yef is here.
Yef Omega may be in the house tonight. We got a few other ringers coming up after me, but I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna crank it up. We're gonna do some tech house and I can't thank you enough, Cam.
No problem. Oh, by the way, last question. Ivanka Trump
Oh boy.
or Bush?
Ivanka Trump.
Barbara Bush it is. All right. Thank you
Fuck
very
outta
much.
here.
Appreciate you being here.